Okay. Yeah, it's on. Okay. So, I don't really have an introduction, so I'm just getting to it. So, this is gonna be a little story time. I haven't really done stuff like this. I just felt like sharing this story. I thought it'd be fun to share and stuff. I'm kind of trying new things too. So, um, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video yet. So I don't know what to say right now. So I'll just get into the story. Okay, so this story I'm about to say, which whatever the title says is what it's about. This is back in Aberdeen, Scotland, the good days. So this was a Saturday, right? It was a Saturday. Was it? Yeah, Saturday. So I was walking home from somewhere. Like I went to like some activity place in ISA, International School of Aberdeen. If anyone's even watching this, you'll know where that is. But yeah, I had like an activity in ISA, so I was walking home from there. So as I was walking home, and I went, and of course I lived in Colts Avenue. For those of you who remember that place, who live in Aberdeen, so I lived in Colts Avenue, right? So, and for those of you who live in Colts Avenue, you know there's a park, right? So I was walking home. I decided to stop by at the park and just swing a bit. And as I was entering the park, I saw some girls I knew from school. And I thought that was cool. So, but I didn't pay any attention. So I went to the park. I went and sat on the swings. And keep in mind, the swings were like the furthest part of the park away from those girls. So I was like as far away from those girls as I could be. So just a few minutes of me being in the park and swinging, those girls left. I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, okay. I mean, I suspected it was because of me, but I felt like it couldn't be because I wasn't bothering them. Then a few minutes later, I decided I wanted to head home. So, as soon as I started heading home, and as soon as I turned the corner, I saw those girls for a split second, and they took off. Yeah, they took off. So now my suspicions were really high. I was like, okay, they probably left the park because of me. But I didn't think about it. So I started heading home, and the direction of my house was in the complete opposite direction of where they ran. Just letting you know this. So okay, let's see. So let's say this is the direction they ran. The direction of my house is, so this is the direction the girls ran. This way. The direction of my house is forward, and then this way. So yeah, basically the opposite direction of where they ran. So I went this way while they ran that way because my home was this way, the opposite direction where they ran. So as I was walking down the hill, walking to my house, I heard my name being shouted from a distance. It was a female voice. I was like, what the? Then I looked at where I heard the calling, and one of those girls was there. So I wanted to see what was up. So I went to see what they wanted, and as soon as I reached them, they ran. Like they just ran. I was like, what? I was a bit mad, you know, like what's the point in calling me if you're just gonna run? But I just started heading home again. Then, once I almost reached my house, right, they were calling my name again. This time I was a bit pissed, so I ignored them the first time. But then they just kept on calling me and calling me. So this time I decided to see what's up. Like, what do they want? So I went to them again. Oh, big surprise. They ran again. This time I decided to look around for a few seconds. I spent like a few seconds just looking around, seeing where they could have hid. Then I decided to just go back home, and yeah, they didn't call me again. So I went home in peace after that. So this was on a Saturday, right? But here's the funny part. So on Monday on Monday in school, right? One of my friends, who also happens to be in the same class as those girls, came up to me on Monday morning and he asked, why were you stalking some of my classmates on Saturday? And I was like, at first I was a bit confused, then I realized it. Oh, those girls told him I was stalking them? So then I told him, oh no, I was walking home. They were calling my name. And he was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. I just find this story really, really funny. Like they had the audacity to say I was stalking them. And technically, they were the ones stalking me. If you think about it, like I was just walking home. I literally went in the opposite direction. I went in this direction. They went in that direction. Meaning they watched me go home. They saw which direction I ran into. I walked into, and freaking called me. So technically, they were stalking me. But it's just funny. They had the audacity to freaking tell someone that I was stalking. Like they actually did that. I'm just wow, wow. They actually did that, bro. But what kind of pisses me off even more is they kind of wasted my time. Like, what's the point in calling me like twice to be exact? Only to run when I reach you, like. But yet again, this was 2016, so we were kind of young and a bit immature back then. But I don't know. I thought this would be a funny story to share. It does kind of bother me a bit, them running away from me. Since back when I was a bit younger, I used to have people run away from me a lot. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this story. Yeah, just funny, fun. No, I'm not gonna reveal the identity of these girls, cause this happened like when we were a long time ago, 2016. What's the point in punishing them for something they did when they were younger and more immature? So no, I'm not gonna reveal the identity of these girls. If you know if you know these girls I'm talking about, good for you. If you think you know who I'm talking about, good for you. And if you are one of these girls that I'm talking about, if you know yourself and you're watching this, that is, if anyone's even gonna watch this, good for you. And yeah, that's it. I don't know if there's anything I want to add. I feel like there's something I want to add. No. No. No, there's nothing I wanted. One thing I do wish I could have done differently is at school, like upon finding out that they said I was stalking them, I do wish I could have looked for them at school, then just told them off. Just told them off, bro. I wish I could have done that, just to let them know that what they did wasn't cool. That's one thing I do wish I could have done differently. If just found them and told them off, telling them, hey, that wasn't cool, doing that to me, and then saying I was stalking you, that wasn't a cool thing to do. I do wish I could have done that to them, but it is whatever now. It's in the past. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little funny story of mine. My life ain't that interesting, but I do have a few funny stories that I would like to share. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, but before I end the video, I do have one more thing I want to say. So, I do understand that everyone does have different perspectives from stories. So maybe the reason these girls said I was stalking them is maybe that's what it looked like from their perspective. But from my perspective, this is what it looked like. So I don't know, maybe they actually thought I was stalking them, maybe. Or maybe, they just decided to just do me dirty like that. I don't know, but yeah, I was just considering it. Everyone has different perspectives. Everyone has different sides to a story. So maybe, they actually thought I was stalking them, which I highly doubt, but it's just a consideration.